Uh,
Oh, I got Tekken Tag 2 tournament today. I mean, Tekken Tag Tournament 2 today.
Hello, this is DJ Mega Aim 17, and we're back with another.
Mega
Uh,
Aim Hangout.
yeah, yeah. Sorry,
So, wait,
yeah,
what?
yeah. Sorry,
The beginning groove was just thrown off. We gotta find it again.
yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. Ugh. Anyway,
So,
I'm here
what do
with.
you want to talk about?
I was gonna say anyway. I'm here with Grady and Ray.
Oh yeah, we gotta introduce ourselves.
Oh,
Hi.
hello.
That's it. That's all
Yeah,
we got.
I have nothing on my mind right now.
I am not a man for long introductions.
Me neither.
Like I've had a new channel for months, and I just haven't even bothered plugging it anywhere for a very long time. Like I'm terrible at promoting myself. It's the worst thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's up in the world. Anybody play Pokemon Go?
No, fuck that trash. I don't know why everyone's getting so hyped about that.
It's tedious and you can do it anywhere, so that's
Yo,
fun.
Poodle Cup actually hacked that shit today.
Really?
Yeah, for 4 hours, and they said on their Twitter that they're gonna hack it again at a much larger scale.
Oh man, why they gotta do stuff like that? Like, what's the point?
Poodle Corp,
What's even the end game of doing such a thing?
they just want to create chaos. I believe, just like the Joker did in the Dark Knight.
Yeah, I just don't get these people who do hacking and they don't have like a goal in mind. They just kind of blindly hack things. It's like when Markiplier got hacked for a while. I'm like, why? What's the point of that?
And when Lizard Squad hacked the PSN.
Yeah, like there's just so much of it like I don't really get it, but whatever, it's they're hackers, what can you do? Recently my Twitter was hacked and somebody changed like my name and everything and they put like a couple porn pictures on there. It was great.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah, I gotta change my Twitter password.
I don't know who did it. I don't know what it was, and they also followed like 800 people. And
What? Oh,
I don't like that type of thing. I like to keep my follows really small. I like to keep it like between 100 and 200 people.
yeah, same here.
I'm the person who's constantly like I'm constantly unfollowing people just so everything's kind of concise and I can always find what I'm looking for. I just can't stand all the clutter. I don't. A lot of people follow random people to get follows back, and I've noticed that since that person followed those 800 people, people have been following me back more. But I've since unfollowed those same people, so I guess I kind of win in the end, but not really because these people don't really give a shit. And the second I tweet anything, they're gonna realize, okay, I didn't follow for this.
Yeah.
I followed for the one or two porn pictures that were posted in this feed.
Hmm.
It's wonderful. All right, what's going on? Anything fun come out besides Pokemon Go?
I recently today just got the two Kill Bill movies at a Goodwill for $2 each.
Never watched Kill Bill.
And then me neither. This is gonna be my first time watching them.
Like most things that pretty much everybody has watched, I haven't watched. At
I
least
even
from beginning to end. Like Wizard of Oz, that's one of them people always jump on me for. Never took the time to watch it.
E.T.
Nope, haven't watched ET.
Wow. Okay.
I played
But
the video game though,
you've
ironically.
seen but you know you've seen Star Wars, right?
What?
You know you've seen Star Wars, right?
Yeah, I've seen all the Star Wars movies.
Oh, okay, okay. So
That's
yeah.
one of those that I actually have. Uh, Earlier you said you didn't watch the Ghostbusters movies. I watched the first Ghostbusters movie, but never entirely in one sitting.
Really?
I've seen parts of it, and I can pretty much assume that I've watched every bit of it, but never at the same time.
Oh. What you thought of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man?
I mean, it was over the top. I guess I enjoyed that about those movies. I don't know. Overall, I'm not incredibly passionate about the Ghostbusters movies. Like when everybody was getting all up in arms, like, "Oh no, they're casting women in the Ghostbusters movie. This is gonna be terrible. It's gonna ruin the amazing franchise." And I was like, "It's not that special."
No, the reason, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
The reason Sony's messing up all these movies is because those damn producers always sneaking their little teeth in there. Okay, that's why the Amazing Spider-Man movies failed, and that's why this new Ghostbusters movie is gonna fail.
Yeah. The thing is with when people were all upset that everybody was cast as women, I wasn't really upset that they were women. I was upset that they were women for the sake of being women. It felt more like a gimmick than something organic that would help the story. Seems like they just did it so that people would get all up in arms and say Ghostbusters, but with women.
Yeah,
Just
but actually, there's actually a deeper lore during the whole controversy. If
oh
you,
really?
yeah, if you go to Midnight's Edge and like their channel and you watch their Ghostbusters videos, you'll learn a lot of shit that Sony did during the development. Basically, basically Sony, Sony fucked over the original director of the first two movies.
Yeah, really? Like
Yeah,
I
they
guess I'd
fucked.
have to do that.
Yeah, because basically the president of Sony, Amy Pascal, really wanted nothing to do with the original director.
Hmm. So what was he going to direct it originally, and then they cut him out of it or something?
Um,
Or did he
basically
want
he was
like some creative control?
no. The original director just wanted to make a third Ghostbusters movie,
Oh,
but there was a lot of script troubles and stuff. For some reason, the Amy Pascal, the president of Sony, I don't know. She really wanted nothing to do with him,
hmm.
and she really tried. And she did not even invite him to the dinner with all the other Sony representatives.
Maybe it wasn't easy to work with. Not sure.
I don't know. I
Not
don't
really. It's hard to know.
know. What else? And the kind of similar thing happened with the Spider-Man movies at Sony, but a lot of different stuff happened.
You
Like,
mean the Amazing Spider-Man series?
yeah, but this all goes back to when Spider-Man 3 first came out. That's when all the drama started.
Yeah, that movie felt really off. Like I've seen the first
No,
one and the third one of that series. The third one felt a little weird.
no, it's because the producer Avi Arad, he kept on changing everything in the movie, and he's the reason Venom was in that movie. He's the
Oh.
sole reason.
Yeah, those movies I don't even know if I can say I really love or hate them. They're kind of weird. They're almost an exact representation of what I expect when I see a comic book movie like prior to The Dark Knight.
And they
Like,
also
it's a little more cartoony.
and during the Amazing Spider-Man movies, they also fucked over like the guy who played Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield. They kind of fucked him over the most.
Oh, how?
Is basically it was after all the stuff after the Amazing Spider-Man 2, and basically it was like during the World Cup at Rio. Sony was like having a meeting. They were going to announce the Amazing Spider-Man 3 there, but Andrew Garfield was there, but he couldn't make it in time because he didn't want to shave off his beard because he was growing it for a movie that was coming out.
Oh.
And the president of Sony really thought that was disrespectful, so they fired Garfield from the sequel.
Oh, that's fucked.
Oh yeah, it is.
What's up, man? Like, you're a little quiet over there. What do you want to talk about? It's your stream. We don't want to take over it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could talk about movies for days and stuff, but you know.
Oh no, I'm just sharing.
Oh, okay. So I'm sure pretty soon people are going to start flooding this place.
Just hope not. I just hope this stream it's just small and quiet and respectful.
I like the small ones. I don't know. Some people like the crowded room. I like the small ones. I think conversation flows a little better.
Yeah, same.
That's
Why
really the only thing. I like the people
the
though.
next?
Oh.
No, don't get me started on Nexus streams. Oh my goodness. Ugh.
What you think
I
about
don't
last?
even know who that is. He just came out of nowhere. I wasn't on like two streams, and then suddenly there were 9 people in every stream, and then he was there. Like I was on like the streams from the beginning, and it was just 2, 3, 4 of us for months and months on end, and then suddenly you're getting a bunch of people in here, and I have no idea who any of them are. It's weird.
Yeah, well, just because I met most of them through, Mugetsu, basically.
The 420K room, that thing.
Yes.
It's a little community. I love it.
Yeah, please just tell Mugetsu don't invite too many people. Just don't invite too many people.
He'll just post the link publicly and just see where it goes.
Yeah, basically.
No, I'm like sharing on to get people on the chat, not like get in the stream.
You're basically sharing the video, but not the link.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
I never check the chat. I don't know. It seems like people tend to forget about the chat.
Swagged up stuff just post stupid comments in there, So I pay no mind to that.
I like swagged up stuff though.
Yeah, but he just posts stupid stuff in the comments. that has nothing to do to what we're talking about at that moment while we're talking in the live stream. It's like, yes, I get it. This current arc of Bleach is kind of similar to Sonic 06, that game we shall never talk about.
Yeah. Yes.
What are your hold on.
No, what was you gonna ask?
No, I was about to ask. Hold on. Fuck, I'm in my phone menu. Brady, what is your thoughts on Sonic 06?
I don't know what that is.
Basically, you never played the Sonic game that came out in 2006?
I might have played it. I didn't play a lot of Sonic, so it's hard for me to remember. I was never much of a Sonic guy.
I mean, I only played the originals and 1 or 2 of the recent games.
Yeah. Speaking of old games, you hear about the NES Classic thing that they're putting out?
Yes, I'm actually looking forward to that because I really want to.
Be cool.
I bet all I know is that those games they are hard. They do not go easy on you whatsoever.
Yeah, I haven't heard of most of the games that are in it. I don't know, but I'm actually not even sure if I'm gonna get it because I was thinking about just getting an NES to begin with.
Hold on. They said they're gonna have 30 games on the thing.
Yeah, the only one I heard Dr. Mario and
they have Super Mario Bros. 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, those are a given.
See what else? I think they're gonna have Metroid. I'm not sure.
They've got to have something. They have Donkey Kong. That's gonna be on
Donkey
there.
Kong Jr. Okay. Here's the list. They have Balloon Fight, Bubble Bobble, Castlevania 2.
I always wanted to play that.
See, Donkey Kong Jr., Double Dragon 2, The Revenge, Dr. Mario, Excite Bike, the original Final Fantasy, Galaga, Ghosts and Goblins, Gradius, Ice Climbers, Kid Icarus, Kirby's Adventures, Mario Brothers, Mega Man 2, Metroid, Ninja Gaiden, Mega Man, Punch-Out, Big Dream, Mr. Dream. They can't use Mike Tyson's name, just to let you know.
Lame. The Mike Tyson ones.
They can't do that.
Yeah, they can't use Mike Tyson's name, but to me, it will always be called Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. Star Tropics, Super C, like I said, Super Mario Bros. 1 through 3, Tecmo Bowl, Legend of Zelda, and Zelda 2.
Like, that's a deal. Like, how much is it going to cost? I heard it's going to be like
$59.99.
That's a deal. That's like one brand new game on like one of the newer systems for 30 old games.
Yeah. I hear the Sega Genesis is something like. I heard the Nintendo did something like this new thing was kind of something to what the Sega Genesis, to what Sega recently did.
Yeah, I actually have the Sega thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I
What is
haven't.
it?
Yeah, what's it called? Like, I'm trying to. Uh, oh, classic game console. Okay.
I haven't gotten a chance to use it yet. So.
I
Yeah.
wonder how many games are on it.
These are. I
Whoa.
love this idea. I am so excited about it.
Holy crap, 80 games. Wow.
Really?
Okay, you know what? That shut me up. Okay, thank you. Thank you. They basically have all four of the original Sonic games on there.
When it comes to like when it comes to the Nintendo thing, all the games that they have on there, most of them I actually haven't played.
Really?
Hmm.
Except for Smash Brothers, right?
I'm talking about the original games. I haven't played the original Smash Brothers either.
I've never
Oh,
played the
really?
original Smash Brothers either as well. I've only played Melee, Brawl, and the newest one.
Well, Melee and Brawl are definitely better than the original Smash Brothers, but it's still worth playing, I guess.
No,
Like, you
yeah,
know, if you had to choose between any of them, Melee or Brawl are both better.
I say the newest one is better. I don't. Everyone keeps on dick riding Melee and saying like it's the best one out of all of them. Well, no, not really.
Melee,
It's kind
Melee
of
is a
unbalanced.
solid game, I would
I
say.
think people say that because they say like Melee is harder than Brawl.
Really, I haven't played much of Brawl. I've only played a little bit of it.
I used to play when I was in school, but that's as much as I can say about that.
Hmm.
No, because my high school used to have a video game club,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
so they
Yeah,
would usually bring that.
I played a little bit of Brawl at my college. They used to have like a TV in a little lounge area, and people would always bring like game systems in, and everybody would play. And I played a little bit of Brawl, but that's really most of my exposure to it, so it's not much.
Uh huh. Yeah, but like I was saying, like with the Nintendo thing you was talking about, like the games you mentioned, like the original Zelda game, I've actually never played before.
Yeah, I
I
don't think
played it.
most people have like
I
that.
played it.
That's going back a little.
I played the original Zelda. Yeah, I wasn't really a fan of it.
I watched Johnny's review of it, and it looks like it aged horribly.
Hmm. I
Basically, some Call Me Johnny really makes really good points to most of the video games he reviews, especially Sonic Adventures 1 and 2.
I
Yeah,
mean, Zelda started thriving like seriously once it hit like N64.
I was gonna say the
I don't
Super
know much about the
Nintendo's where I think
NES.
I was gonna say the Super Nintendo's where Zelda really started to shine. Because as I said, like looking back, like in the first two games, they don't look like they've aged well over the years.
Hmm.
But which one out of all the games, which Zelda game do you really think aged well?
I
A Link
like
to the
Majora's
Past.
Mask.
Majora's Mask?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
people
that one.
say. I really don't get why people say Ocarina of Time is like the greatest game ever. Like, it's
I think A Link
average.
to the,
I mean, that one's a really good game. I don't know.
Uh, I
It's a solid Zelda game.
I hear Majora's Mask is better.
I personally like A Link to the Past.
It's close. Like even some of the newer games, like Skyward Sword, I would have loved it if it wasn't on the Wii. Like if it
Really?
didn't have the motion controls, I would have loved the game. Like I'm just not very good with the whole motion control thing. It bothers me.
True.
But it's definitely still a pretty good game.
Huh. Zelda.
But 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 with Mario, I really do think all his games age well.
Yeah, Mario's timeless. Uh, I really want to get Mario Maker. That looks awesome.
You ever watched a guy called Dashy Games?
Oh, I love Dashi. Oh my god, that dude is hilarious.
He does Mario Maker videos. Those things are so hilarious.
Those things
Like
are awesome.
No,
like
no,
oh
the whole thing is the people. His videos have gotten so popular that people make videos. They make get levels just for him, so he can
Yeah.
do videos on them. He does
just
like
so they can see him rage.
yes,
Mario Maker is kind of like Mario meets like Happy Wheels, pretty much.
Basically,
It
yeah.
pretty much has the rage factor of Happy Wheels.
Actually, you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember that thing called Mario Frustration?
Yes, I remember that.
That's basically what that's basically how I see that thing. It's Mario Frustration made into like reality.
Yeah, that was like before Let's Plays were even a big thing, wasn't it? Like
Yeah,
that's old.
that was back in 2007.
Like Let's Playing didn't really blow up all that big, and I don't remember exactly when it did, but that was one of the earlier ones I can remember watching.
Yeah, it was in 2007. Oh, oh goodness. Oh yeah. Ray,
Yeah.
what'd you think of Nexus stream last night?
It was chill. At least it's better. It was better than the last time we streamed with him. Trust me, it was.
Well, yeah, I would say that. First off, he hijacked my stream last time and then.
That was funny.
So yeah, I have nothing to say about that.
That's all I gotta say about that.
Yes.
Recently
Alright.
got. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
No, I recently got Tekken Tag Tournament 2 today. Yeah. And I'm enjoying this so far. So far, my favorite characters to use are Asuka and Lily.
Never played Tekken. Kind of ashamed of that.
I've only played the first one.
I have to admit it's better than Street Fighter.
I really want to play Pokken, which is probably not even all that much better. But, you know, if you skin a game over with Pokemon characters, I guess I am more likely to play it.
Yeah, it's Pokemon. Okay, so DJ, what were you gonna say?
I have no idea. Oh yeah. Well, have you guys ever played Killer Instinct?
No, nope, never was interested.
Oh, okay. I mean, I think it's personally good, but I wouldn't say it's as good as like Tekken though. But its soundtrack, at least for like the first one, is awesome though. I think the soundtrack outshined the game, to be honest. Oh yeah, oh yeah, what series are you guys following right now?
You go first.
I'm trying to think.
Hmm.
Watched Soma.
Huh?
I watched Soma.
Yes.
What else? I'm also checking out Evangelion.
Definitely worth it.
And yeah, those are basically series I'm actually looking into right now.
Uh-huh. I've been
Yeah,
watching.
and me, I'm a few chapters behind on One Piece. I'm caught up to Fairy Tail, and yeah, I'm working on Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh yeah, I'm also reading the manga, but I'm not watching the anime.
Yeah, I finished the original manga. I'm going into Tokyo Ghoul Ray as soon as I get the motivation. And yeah, that's pretty much all. Like I'm delving into some older stuff. I'm trying to see if anything really hooks me, but right now I haven't really found anything in particular. Bloody Monday, I'm reading that. That's an older thing that I'm reading, and it's a little too early for me to even say anything about it, so it's not even worth talking about.
Oh, okay. All right, but what do you? All right, since you're almost caught up with One Piece, what do you think about what's happening so far?
Oh, when it comes to okay, I was at work today and I was reading it in my car, trying to catch up a little bit. And there was this moment where they mentioned, I forgot the name of the island made of cake. It was like Full Cake Island, I believe that's what it was.
Island.
Yeah. And they said the name, and I'm like, it's not actually an island made of cake, is it?
Yes, it is.
And I was just saying that aloud to myself. It's not really an island made of cake. And then it actually turned out to be an island made of cake, and I thought that was really funny. And I felt like no other series could believably do something like that, which
I'm surprised you think. I'm surprised you found that surprising. They already showed the island back in Fishman Island.
yeah, I forgot all about it. I I kind of blocked out Fishman Island a little bit. You know my disdain for Fishman Island.
I don't hate that arc as much as other people do.
I I just it was so boring. I think I might have seen it, and then that's when I stopped reading it for a really, really long time. And then when I picked it up, I was after that, so then I forgot all about it.
Oh yeah, I remember you was stuck on Fishman Island for a while. I remember.
Yeah, so I guess I must have forgotten it, and here I am, and I see it, and it's such a huge surprise. And Big Mom, she is. I I'm not completely sure how I feel about her. I mean, the temper tantrum thing is it's silly. I don't know. I don't know if I really want that in the big boss character. Maybe I guess all the other Yonko can be taken super seriously, so maybe Big Mom's just trying to be different, but I'm not particularly interested in her. She's more kind of an annoying type of thing. I don't hate her because I'm supposed to hate her. I hate her because I don't want to read about her.
I don't know. The funny thing, Big Mom was actually the Yonko was actually the most excited to see.
I mean, as a concept, she was really interesting. I kind of had the idea who Kaido was. I mean, I didn't think there would be any real surprises with Kaido. I thought, like, okay, he's going to be a big monster and you can't mess with him. Big Mom, there was a level of mystery there that I didn't really know exactly what to expect. I was actually thinking for a very long time when they first introduced her concept, they were going to build her up to be really big, but then when we actually see her, she'd be small. I thought it would be one of those things like where the legend builds her up bigger than she is, but no, it was pretty much exactly what you would expect. There's really no point in keeping her in shadows because she was so much exactly what you'd expect.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. She actually does seem a little smaller than she did. At least maybe this was just the anime.
It's
But,
weird. She was rampaging and she looked a lot bigger, and then when she was talking to Jinbei, she looked really small. And I know Jinbei is supposed to be big, but she did look like she shrunk down a little, and it's weird.
no, I mean like her introduction since Fisher Knowledge. No, she looked really big there, and she hasn't really looked as big since. I don't know. I'm not sure if it's just the angles that she's being shown, or if maybe that was just the anime making her look bigger than she actually was. But
Yeah,
no,
I noticed that the scaling's a little weird with her. It's hard to tell. We'll have to see her next to a normal-sized character to really tell.
I don't know. I guess yeah. I don't know. There's a theory going around that she might not that she might become an ally. How do you feel about that?
Oh no, no, no! I don't need her in my One Piece. I'm just feeling optimistic about this series, and I don't need a character like that. I don't know. I don't think she seems like a really shallow joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, she's big and she eats, and if she doesn't get her way, she'll eat you, or she'll drain your life, or whatever. It doesn't seem like it's that deep of a joke, and I don't know how long I could deal with it.
No, like she's gonna team up with Luffy to fight Kaido, and I'm just like, no.
I don't think that's a good idea at all. I think she should be the stepping stone to make Luffy a little stronger so he can fight Kaido, but we don't need Luffy teaming up with any Yonko. I don't think that's necessary.
I don't think that's necessary either. I'm actually shocked that there are some people that's actually looking forward to this, and I'm just like, no.
He shouldn't need a Yonko to fight a Yonko. Luffy has to get there by building up his alliance and stuff like that. If he is relying on another Yonko, then it just makes him look weaker than the one they happen to be going after. And I know he's supposed to be weaker, but he needs to build this up on his own. He needs to have a little bit more independence than that. That's what Luffy's all about, really.
That's not my major problem though.
What is it?
My major problem is I feel like that's going to lessen the threat of the Yonkos.
I mean, yes, I do see what you mean by that, but I'm not even sure what to say from here. It's a stupid idea. It's just a bad idea. It makes Luffy look like less of a threat to them. It seems like he's under the foot of the Yonko if he has to team up with them. That's not good either, because that's not what Luffy's about. Nothing thinks about that.
Yeah, basically it makes everybody look weak.
Yeah, pretty much.
It makes Luffy look weak. It makes the Yonkos look weak.
Who is excited about this? Who thinks this is a good idea?
I've seen like a few people that make like theory reels and stuff, and they seem like legitimately like excited about stuff. It's like no. And then you have the people in the comment section like likewise. I'm just like no, that's stupid. Like I'm just shocked that there are people actually that actually want to see that happen.
I mean, it was a few chapters ago. She was made to look so insufferable, like when she was shown throwing that tantrum. I don't think we're supposed to see her as an ally at any point ever. She's supposed to be somebody you don't pity in the slightest. There's no dimension there. You should just dislike this character because there's no redeeming factor to their personality. That's what I see her as. I don't see her... Like, if there's an ally, I think they should have a little bit more dimension. Something that makes you want to keep them around.
Yeah, but I don't want that to happen, period.
She has a short temper, and she's just annoying.
Yeah, but I don't want that to happen, period. I think she should just stay as what she is.
I agree with you entirely.
If she's supposed to be a threat, she should stay as one.
I think she should be just the weakest of the Yonko, and Luffy has to go through her, and it's just pretty much a stepping stone to level up Luffy.
Yes.
Pretty much what Doflamingo was supposed to be, but I feel like that could have been done a little better.
Honestly, I think Doflamingo was a bit too strong for Luffy.
I think he should have seemed a little stronger when their fight actually came around. I don't know, I felt like it should have... I know a lot of people made the comparison to Crocodile, but I felt like, though a lot of people thought it was going to happen, it was probably the right idea to have Luffy take an L and come back stronger in that case. I think Doflamingo was the perfect character to do that, and I feel like it was kind of wasted. Like, the entire arc was very drawn out, and then when they get to the conclusion, it's like, what did Luffy really get out of that?
Yeah.
It's kind of a shame, because I thought Doflamingo was one of the coolest concepts for a character they've had.
Hey guys.
Who's Anthony?
Hello!
Holy shit, Brady dyed his hair.
Yeah.
Anthony.
I don't know.
What's his last name? He's
Daniel.
brown.
Oh, that's
Wait, can I? Okay, so this is happening.
Yeah.
Alright.
There's Sterling.
Yo! Holy shit, you did dye his hair.
Right, you dyed his hair.
What the fuck is going on?
Stop!
We've got a big meetup going on. It's great.
Yo, what's going on here?
I cannot hear a thing because I don't have my headset.
What is that?
All I know is we're in a McDonald's.
He was over here for,
And it's fucking lit.
Anthony McDaniel. He was over here for, yeah, he was over here.
Wait, but that doesn't look like home imagining.
Yeah.
No, he was a black guy. He was just trying to say.
Alright, so what you guys doing anyway?
He has nothing to do with it.
I think you gotta speak up, Anthony. I don't think he can hear you.
Ready? Yeah, Anthony went to Ford. The white dude I'm saying the white dude has something to do with Ford. Anthony only went freshman year and then stopped going because he moved further and further away from the city.
Wait, I can't find the... Oh, that's right. I forgot how to use the friggin' interface on this app.
Okay, yeah.
Actually, do I have Google? Oh, I do have Google Hangout.
I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on either.
Me neither.
Whatever, man. It's your stream.
Alright, yeah, Ray, do you think I should invite Toby?
Yes, please. We need someone.
Is anyone doing
Do it now?
We need to invite Toby in here. That's what we're saying.
Oh. Cool.
My portable charger doesn't even work. It's like I have it with me, but it goes so slow.
I'm glad you just one. I know the other been putting your videos out one time lately.
But I'll pretend it anyway.
Why don't you back up your stuff so I can show you?
I want to ask you about that. I couldn't really do it last night.
You don't want to do it?
I guess now's a good time as any.
Back up your stuff.
Oh yeah, Brady.
What?
Huh?
Oh, here we go.
No, but you
I'm having trouble hearing.
What are you saying?
have a lot of space on it.
The music from the McDonald's is drowning everything out.
About 6 gigabytes. Is that good?
Well, it could be. I don't know.
I don't know what is going on.
Where the hell you put yourself?
Let me see.
Well, you could just go to your SD card and then go to your phone.
Alright, did somebody
Oh,
mute them?
Not me.
well, that just happened.
Oh,
No,
they.
he's bailed.
Oh, now they left.
Yeah, when you doing this in public never really works all that well.
Yeah, well,
Those phones don't have a lot of wind resistance, or that's not the right word. They don't keep wind out very well, and background noise.
I had no idea they were even out.
Well, it was nice seeing them. That was cool.
Yeah, because alright, the thing with Adam and Sterling, see, things. Look, I know them outside of YouTube, so.
Yeah.
So we all went to high school together.
Yeah.
Yeah, me, Sterling, Adam, YouTube, Rowan, yeah, we all went to high school together. So anyway, oh yeah, so I wanted to ask you, have you heard about the news about Bleach?
Yeah, about that. I was talking about that it's actually going on a little longer, so they can finish it up. Like 10 more chapters or something.
Say what?
Yeah, 10 or less chapters.
Wait, can you repeat that? I feel like I misheard.
No, have you heard about what's happening with Bleach in general,
What
Brady?
is happening with Bleach?
Oh, you don't know? Bleach
No.
is ending soon.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of a relief for me, because the sooner it stops, the easier it'll be for me to read the whole thing. And plus, from what I'm aware, it's suffering ever so slightly. So, it might be good to put it down while they still can.
Yeah, but there's kind of a big problem right now, though.
What?
Okay, the problem being the fact Kubo kind of wrote himself into a corner again, and now
With U-House power.
God.
it's kind of like what happened with Madara and Kaguya. So you help Baka
Never create a power that you don't know how to defeat.
Yeah, so
That's
Baka
like the
kind of
number one rule.
Yeah, it's kind of like what Key Lightning said in his chapter 679 review. He's become so powerful that he can almost solo the verse at this point. Like,
And I already know he might defeat Aizen. I can assure you that he'll defeat Aizen.
It would be sad because Aizen at this point is actually the only character I can see actually being able to defeat Bach legitimately. So if he gets defeated, then there is no hope of Bach being defeated in a plausible manner. Here's what I want to see. If Aizen gets defeated, then I want Bach to win. Because Aizen at this point is the only character I think actually that should be able to beat him without
Yeah.
he's actually been implied to have gotten stronger since then.
I mean, I always thought that Aizen was supposed to be the final boss guy. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know this other character. Like, I've heard about him plenty, but I never got it far enough into the manga to actually know who he is. But it always seemed like Aizen was the character that should be above all.
To basically explain who Juro Bach is, he's basically Ichigo's Zanbakuto spirit.
Oh, okay.
I mean, in terms of character design, that's what he is. Well, actually, he's still like that. It's kind of hard to explain. Like, remember how I told you Ichigo was a part Quincy now?
Yeah, I knew about that.
Yeah, plus powers got taken away.
Yeah, so he's part Quincy, and his Zanbakuto spirit that you see throughout the series, that's actually a representation of his Quincy powers. So Juro Bach is like the Quincy king. So yes, Ichigo is basically fighting Zangetsu in a sense.
It's so weird because Ichigo has been pretty much every type of thing in this whole freaking series. He's been a Soul Reaper, he's been a Visor, he's been a friggin'
Fullbringer.
He's been a Fullbringer. Yes, he has to be everything. Like I don't like that. He's too diverse. It's not believable.
I don't like it either. I think it's stupid.
Like, he should be a thing and let other people be their thing. They try to put so many things into one character, and it just gets ridiculous after a while. It's too much. It seems like they're not trying. They're just throwing things at him.
You know what's funny? It got so bad that people actually predicted Ichigo was going to be a Quincy at the beginning of the arc. And look, they were so far with it, they even predicted how it was going to happen. It's going to be, oh, look, he's going to become a Quincy, and I bet it's going to be through his mother, because, his mother hadn't been dressed up until that point, so it's going to be like, yeah, and sure enough, that's exactly what happened.
I kind of saw that coming, honestly.
There's people
before I was told.
Yeah, because you can tell it was starting to become a thing in the Fulbringer arc. It was like, oh crap, he's a Fulbringer now too. So it just... So when it happened,
what has he not been?
No, I'm saying that's when it started becoming more noticeable that this was becoming a thing where he's becoming like every species in the series. So when he became a Quincy, it was just like...
It's kind of silly. Is he going to be the Soul King at any point?
I hope not.
Like,
oh, yeah, that happens.
With how Ichigo is, like, he loves being everything. He likes... With Ichigo, there's something for everybody, I suppose.
Yeah.
This is why I'm probably never going to finish Bleach. Because I am not promised anything good going forward. Like, you don't make me feel good about it. Like, nobody makes me feel good about it. Everybody seems like they're just reading it because they've gone this far and they feel obligated. Like, I don't know what my motivation is at this point. Like, I finished the anime and I should probably just call it there.
Oh, that's kind of...
Yeah, to be honest, I say that's your best decision, to be honest.
I'm sure I could spend my time better watching Hunter x Hunter or something.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah,
so,
I think...
no Bleach. If I ever think about watching Bleach, I'll just go watch Hunter x Hunter. That's my decision.
I would. Here's the thing. The thing is that I would like to recommend the arc to you, like on a conceptual standpoint, because I think the concept of the arc is good. It's just that it's not well executed after a certain point. Like here's the way I see it. Like the first invasion of the arc was good. A lot of the stuff past that though, not so much.
Lame.
It's like Kubo. He started going. It's like he was getting his stuff together, and then he kind of just I don't know what happened.
I don't know.
So I don't know. Right now, waiting for right now, it's. I don't want to say it's horrible, but it's kind of horrible.
I don't want to say it's horrible. I just want to think that it's horrible.
because we'll get salty if you insult this arc.
So I told him up until his face, this is becoming the worst arc of Bleach.
Oh man.
No, because he's convinced that this arc is um he's no, because the whole thing is that he's convinced that this arc is better than Soul Society. I'm just like,
No,
No,
it is not.
no.
It is not.
Soul
It is not.
Society was solid. Like, there's no. I haven't even seen this, and I know that Soul Society was better.
that arc was just it was pure win. I don't see how he. I'm still waiting for an explanation of why he thinks this arc is better than Soul Society arc. He has never really explained that.
Well, he's wrong. Like, there's no other explanation. He's just wrong. It could probably be proven scientifically. I'm just not sure how yet.
Yeah, it can't be proven scientifically because you have objective writing standpoint.
Is there an objective writing standpoint? I don't think
Yes.
there's such a thing. I think in its nature it's subjective, but I don't know.
For one, the arc builds upon itself.
That's kind of a thing with shonen, though.
No, but it does it better. The fights were better.
Oh, alright. Like,
That's
after
for
the first handful of arcs in a shonen
But
series...
I don't think anything.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, go ahead. Whatever you were saying. Oh, he's... Oh, I thought you were muted, but it was her. What's up?
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh, I forgot what I was gonna say. What are we doing?
We're talking about why Mugetsu is wrong about the 1,000-year Kaka War being better
Yeah.
than Soul Society.
Yeah, I mean, I'd expect him to defend. I don't know. I don't know. He loves Bleach. I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know. Some of the stuff he's been saying lately has just been kind of questionable. No, I'm just saying, like the whole,
I mean,
you
you gotta convince yourself there's a reason to go on, especially when Mugetsu's in your name.
Yeah, but I'm waiting for him to.
Because I don't think his argument would be good because the second invasion it speaks for itself.
Yeah, the second invasion is awful. It's been awful since it started.
This is one of those things where I want to know because I want to watch the train wreck because I like watching train wrecks. But
Well then I recommend the 1,000-Year Blood War.
but it seems like it's so much more effort than it's worth.
It's actually not that much effort. You can breeze through the chapters.
Yeah, I mean, Bleach chapters are somewhat concise. It's not like marathoning One Piece, which takes a while.
Yeah, but that's kind of a problem in itself, though, because Bleach doesn't have as much content per chapter.
Yeah. Like, that's pretty much the opposite of my problem with One Piece. I feel like One Piece fits too much dialogue into a single chapter and should kind of like spread it out a little better.
If you don't like that, you're not gonna like the Hunter x Hunter manga.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking about just watching the anime.
Well, you should just watch the anime then.
Yeah, I thought the anime would be fine. That's the thing with One Piece. When it's not filler, I definitely prefer the anime to the manga.
Yeah, unless it's Dressrosa.
Hmm.
Bad either way. But yeah, like, so yeah, the fights were better. You know, like the characters were used better as well. Because there's this thing where there's a lot of characters just there doing nothing. They just disappear, reappear at certain points. Alright, what else? Oh yeah. Another thing. The Soul Society arc I say it's arguably the best plot twist in the entirety of Bleach.
What was? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. What was the best plot twist?
The reveal of Aizen being being one of the main villains.
Oh yeah, that was wonderful. Actually, I didn't see that coming at all. I hadn't been exposed to any of it, and it was a really good plot twist.
Yes, and it was done so it was done so well. And unfortunately, people have never really been able to do anything like that again with the series. He
Yeah.
tried, but
It seemed like the following, like when they go into the Arankars, it seemed like the entire arc was built off like, I want to have an evil faction and have them taken out one by one by one by one by one and spread it over a very long period of time. But it didn't seem nearly as inspired as, I mean, up until like towards the end, you see that like though it wasn't always perfect, you can see that there was some inspiration in the character of Aizen, and there was you can see that the gears were turning at least, whether you like it or not. But
I actually enjoyed Aizen as a villain. I just don't like the way he got defeated. Like just the way he, like the last part of that whole, the last part with Aizen was just done poorly.
yeah,
Because you go again, it's one of those days where he kind of made him too powerful, although not nearly as much as done with Brock now. But it's one of those things where he did that, and then he didn't. You can tell he didn't know how to actually defeat him.
you should just not have him lose. If you can't beat him, just don't have him lose yet. Now he doesn't really have much of a choice because it's coming to an end, but at the time, he could have just held off on that.
I think it would have been interesting if he won.
Yeah, why not? I mean, that would give Ichigo so much to work with.
That actually would have been a crazy plot twist. Like, oh crap, he wins.
I mean, I don't know, maybe his plan, like, maybe some stuff in his plan doesn't work out, but in the fight itself, he wins. Why not?
The funny thing he kind of did though, he survived Ichigo's Ryugetsu move, and then but wait, the Kido that Kisuke put into him is now going to take effect.
Yeah.
The whole Final Death potential thing in itself was kind of an asshole.
Aizen as a character, I think, is one of the saving graces of that entire series. He's one of those characters that I think you can do no wrong. The world around you is just not good enough for you. He's one of those types of characters.
I will also say that with Kisuke.
I think Aizen as a character is too good for everything he has to deal with.
He is. It's so bad when you think it's gotten to the point now where people actually want Aizen to actually be the one to defeat Brock.
Yeah.
Please, I'd rather take that battle over Ichigo's Zanpakuto any day.
First off,
Oh, go ahead.
No, you go.
Ichigo as a main character, I used to think he was the more interesting out of all of the big three, but since actually watching all of the Bleach anime, he is the least interesting now. Like, I don't like Luffy as a main character, but I am far more interested in him in, I guess, a wild card sort of way than I am in boring-ass Ichigo. So I would rather have two villains fight each other than have Ichigo in any sort of fight. He makes everything dull.
Well, first off, Ichigo can't fight. Let's just get that straight. He's not a good fighter.
Like, I don't like characters that don't really learn and they kind of just go off of instinct the entire time. That's kind of dull.
Yeah, but that's what Ichigo's become, though.
Like, even in Yu Yu Hakusho, Yusuke, who is a stubborn-ass character, when you get to Chapter Black, you realize that he is actually learning despite him being still hard-headed. You get an indication that he's learned a lot about fighting, about patience. The thing is with Ichigo, I've never really gotten an indication that he grows as a person. He's just becoming stronger, he's getting more abilities, he's getting included in more groups, but it doesn't really change who he is, and that always bothers me.
Yeah.
That's a problem with a lot of shonen heroes, but Ichigo is especially boring in the way he does it. At least with Luffy, he's a weird character that'll kind of do things spontaneously, so hey, you have something interesting going there, but otherwise it's just not that.
Yeah, Ichigo's gotten worse over time, especially in these past few chapters. He's gotten horrible. Like yeah, in the past 3 chapters, it's just like, what the fudge happened to you? Okay, you guys know Story 7 Mage, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so, because he recently did a video, like a week ago about chapter 681, and he was talking about like basically his story with Bleach, and now he kind of was like on and off with it. He said he dropped off of it because of all the negative backlash he was getting during the Fulbright arc because he was trying to catch up to the series during that point.
Hmm.
So he decided to but he heard about the whole news with Bleach, and so he decided to read chapter 681. And what he said about that was almost somewhat of a wake up call, in a sense for me personally, because he mentions how he did not remember Ichigo's character being the way he is right now in terms of the whole like the whole like how he goes from his mood swing issue.
Hmm.
Like how he goes from like crippled with depression to like overconfident and cocky.
Yeah. I always compare it to Yu Yu Hakusho because it seems like they're trying to mimic Yusuke, but they're doing it poorly.
Yeah.
'Cause he goes through the little depression thing, but you see that there's a little development going on there. It seems like Ichigo's just doing it to be the emo character and also be the shonen hero at the same time.
Yeah, but he's gone through that for look. He's gone back and forth. He's gone like back and forth between that within 3 chapters.
There's no real growth that comes from it either, is there?
No, but no, look, there's more. All right, so he's gone through that in chapter 681. All right, before chapter 681, he had his bronchi broken by Juha Bach.
Oh no.
Yeah, because of whole Juha Bach's almighty ability that can see all futures and then change them. That broken ass ability.
How is that possible? Like, how is that, like, how... He cannot lose. He can't lose unless he's one of those weird villains that, like, is pushing the main character but allows himself to lose. And then, whoa, there's a big revelation afterwards. Like, I can name a handful of characters like that, but other than that, there's no way.
You know what's bad though? That's like maybe like 10% of the actual power he actually has right now, because he absorbed the Soul King, most of the Soul King, assuming
Still don't really understand who the Soul King is, but
no, because
whatever.
the Soul King has never been the Soul King has like no explanation at this point. We have more questions than answers about the Soul King, and at this point, we're not going to get any answers about it. At least not more than what we have.
Maybe we'll get a spin-off when it's all over.
I hope so because this is too much unexplained crap that's in Bleach.
I mean, Naruto had to get a spin-off. I assume Bleach might be the same thing.
No, because there's too much unresolved crap in those series that you can't just end it like permanently. You can't like, end it.
They might just relaunch the anime and let the anime take care of that.
No, but there's still a lot of other stuff that hasn't been addressed. I'll get into that.
I don't know.
Anyway,
Just let them take care of it with filler and stuff like that.
that's not gonna. All right. Anyway,
They've done that. They did that in Naruto to wrap up a bunch of things like Kakashi's backstory and stuff like that.
no, but there's way more than just that. Like, yeah, you don't understand. Anyway, okay. All right. What was that talking about? Oh yeah. So he has that. He absorbed the Soul King. I'm not sure if he has all of the Soul King because there's still some speculation about maybe there's like legs of the Soul King out there somewhere.
That sounds really freaking dumb.
And he also absorbed his army, the Stern Raiders. Each of the Stern Raiders have powers from A to Z. He absorbed majority of them. The only one he doesn't have is Udi's power because he didn't want to take it for some reason.
Well, actually, Strider P, the power, I don't think he's absorbed that one because that one is also knocked out.
No, he can steal all the. He can still steal the powers of the Stern Raiders. They can live through it, but they can but this power is still gonna get stolen. The whole the whole characters living and dying from that is very inconsistent.
I don't understand what's going on.
Like with the Miracle. The Miracle died from it. Well, actually, we know why the Miracle got killed from that because he was another one that was too OP. You want to know how the Miracle ability works? You basically can't die. You can.
I don't mind the concept of a character that can't die, but usually with a character that can't die, they're just weak in their base form. That's kind of what the deal is.
No, but he's also kind of like Yami, where he gets like physically stronger every time you do this type of thing.
That's dumb.
And not only that, but the way he gets stronger in his way is that he can convert all the damage that he receives into like physical power and physical size. So he grows bigger and he gets more like durable and physically stronger as
And he
he goes
can't
on.
die?
I say he can't die. They haven't said he couldn't die. I just say he can't die because they literally destroyed him. Like they
Oh,
literally
okay. I wasn't sure if that was
destroyed
actually
him to
part of
nothing.
it.
No, they literally destroyed him to nothing, and then he reformed.
So he has like unlimited regeneration, like on a cellular or like micro on a micro level, pretty much.
I would say that, but I would say that the whole thing is that his power allows him to keep getting stronger every time he takes damage. So I guess unless you destroy him completely, which I don't know, it's weird because there were 3 Bankais like used against him in that battle.
So his training basically consists of him blowing himself up because that's how he gets stronger.
No, his
That's how it
opponents
should
damage
go.
him. His opponents damage him, and then he gets stronger.
No, I was just making a joke.
Yeah. Anyway, so that fight went on for a while, and then eventually Juabak he decided, oh, I don't need the stories anymore, so he killed him. That's how he's dealt with. None of the characters that fought him actually get to win.
Oh, sorry.
So he was so OP, he just killed him. He stole his power and he dies. Wasted. And Hasbro, which is supposed to be like the Juabak's right here, man. He fights Udio. His power is called the Balance. To basically explain it, it's basically like Reflect. No, alright, no. Udio has the power called the Antithesis. His power is Reflect. Hasbro's power is the Balance, and that's Reflect +1. And their whole battle was just like, alright, reflect +1. What? No, I lose. And then he gets killed off because he's too OP.
You've activated my trap card.
Yeah, it was basically like that. It reminded me of that duel Yuki had with Possessed with Bandit Keith in the Battle City art.
Oh, yeah.
Where they had like this back and forth with trap cards and magic cards. It's like, I have a trap card, but yes, I have a trap card. I have a trap card too. So it was kind of like that. That's how the battle went. And when they weren't doing that, they were just talking. That's how the battle went. Most of that battle was off screen. So anyway, he has majority of the story powers now. He has the Broken Almighty ability. He has the power of the Soul King, whatever that is. Well, one of the Stern Raiders is actually part of the Soul King. I don't know how that works, but whatever. And he has Yamamoto.
They're just expecting you to just take this stuff at face value, I guess.
And he has Yamamoto's Bankai, which he has yet to use. So when it comes to Ichigo beating this guy, I'm just like, how is he gonna counter all these abilities? I'm just like, even if Ichigo was somehow able to get past the Almighty ability, he still has all these other abilities that he has to go through. And last time I checked, Ichigo's abilities aren't really like Ichigo's powers have always been about like boosting up his stats. They've never been about like anything like hacks or anything like that.
Yeah.
They've always been very basic in terms of what he can do with it. And I'm trying to explain to people that the whole thing is that beating Bach is not a battle of power levels. It's beyond that. Ichigo's power level could be way beyond Bach's at this currently. Ichigo could be like the most powerful character in terms of a power level, and he will still lose to Bach just because he has these hacks, OP broken abilities. He should have the power of imagination at this point.
Okay, questions about Ichigo here, just to clarify some stuff. So, post Fullbringer arc, he is revealed to be a Quincy. Any other developments in his power since then?
He has a new Damarto now.
Okay.
He's a dual wielder that when he goes into Bankai, it fuses into one.
Oh, okay.
We haven't seen what his Bankai could do because it's been broken like twice now.
So besides that, any other developments in his power? Because I'm not really sure what Ichigo's done between there and here. That's like almost 300 chapters, I assume.
He can do like a half hollow transformation now.
Oh, can he like ever? He can't go full hollow yet.
I don't know if he can, but that's all he does. I was assuming that the hollow form is gonna be like a combination, like a full hollow form and a full like Quincy form, because Quincy's have like a transformation. Because you know how the Quincy's have a transformation.
I forgot about that. If I ever knew, then I don't know. I forgot. No.
It's alright because it was only used once up until this arc.
Did Udio ever use that
Yeah,
in
he used
the
it, but
anime?
yeah, he used it, but it was kind of different from what they're using now. It's like an older version of what what they're using now, which is called like volt standing. So I was assuming that Ichigo's transformation was going to be like half volt standing, half like hollow form.
Okay.
But he never. I don't know if he never got the chance to do something like that because he uses that form for like 2 chapters, then he jumps into Bankai, then it gets broken. Because he uses a Grand Ray Sarah, then he combines it with the Getsuka Tensho. That didn't work because Block just blocks it, and then after that he goes Bankai, then he breaks it. Like he breaks it in half because he went into the future to negate his powers. And you want to talk about how broken this ability is?
How
He,
broken is this ability?
look not look he it's so broken that Orihime couldn't heal until Tsukushima had to use his power to basically go back to the past and undo what Juha did because he made it that Orihime couldn't heal his
No, no,
So, so what?
that thing. No, the thing that Tsukishima did never happened.
It makes sense. I don't know why people are complaining about that. Look, he actually did that.
So why? What's the point of Orihime at this point then?
See, that's what I'm talking about. Writing stuff into a corner. It goes back to making her abilities too broken. Because her abilities are broken too, if you think about it. And I think that's why it doesn't work a lot of the times. Because if it was to work like it should work, then there'd be like no real tension.
Yeah, I think the healing abilities and all like that's cool, but you gotta put a cap on that. But at the same time, like if they can't help anymore, like if you they're pretty much irrelevant, like the character doesn't need to exist anymore, so you need to balance that out well. I'm not sure the current situation, but
The only way I can see her powers being used to its fullest degree is if Juha Box somehow steals it from her.
Juhabak can do anything better than you. He can be you better than you.
Actually, this kind of reminds me of like what happened with Cell and Boo, where they were using other people's powers and they wound up using it better than the actual characters.
Yeah. Yeah, that made sense when Cell did it. I guess it kind of made sense when Boo did it.
Yeah,
Like those two characters, I guess that kind of made sense in
yeah,
especially with Cell since he was part of most of those characters.
yeah, and then Boo he absorbed them, so it makes sense. But Bach, yeah, I'm not gonna go into that. Yeah, so after he broke his,
Bach's just a magical human being or whatever the crap he is, Quincy thing, whatever.
yeah, so after he broke Ichigo's Bankai, it's funny because before that Ichigo looked like he was actually starting to learn because he looked like he was actually planning because he needed to wake up his October first before he got
What?
abilities. And then Bach was like, "All right, I'm gonna put a stop to this." Snap, yeah. And then he trolled him for like an entire chapter. And then he had that stupid face he always has for like the entire chapter, like this. He's like, "No, how?" And then Bach he just trolled the crap out of him. And then after that he stole his Quincy and Hollow powers. I don't know how he stole his Hollow powers, but he stole it.
That's weird.
It's funny because it was also stated that Hollows is supposed to be poison to Quincy's. But I'm gonna assume that that's not gonna affect Joe Bach because he's like the soul. He's basically the Soul King now. So I'm gonna assume
Yeah.
that just it now. But no, but the whole Hollow Power, him stealing the Hollow Power thing, the reason why it's weird because he stole the Hollow Power through his Quincy powers, but his Hollow powers are connected to his Soul Reaper powers.
My brain.
I don't know. I'm just gonna assume that was just done to nerf Ichigo, which I'm not sure what the point of that is. The problem with it is that right after that chapter was released, is when that news came out about no, actually that news came out. Did that come? Wait, no, it came out I think either on the same day or around that time that chapter came out. Oh, like Bleach is ending soon, and then they had the whole Bleach is ending in 5 chapters. And then that made that chapter just like what the fudge just happened. Yeah, so it's like, all right, you have 5 chapters to wrap this up. Ichigo has very little of his powers at this point. Bach is basically invincible. He broke Renji's Zanpakuto too because Renji's an idiot. But we don't talk about that.
So Bleach is ending in 5 chapters?
But for some reason, his Renji's Zanpakuto is fixed in the next chapter.
People are saying that either Renji got quickly fixed by Tsukushima or that whole thing's an illusion by Aizen.
So wait, Bleach is ending in 5 chapters?
Well, actually, it might be a little more than 5 chapters now. But when it was first when it was first announced, they were saying it was going to be 5 chapters.
All right. This makes me think of like when Naruto came to an end and they didn't have a lot of time for the Naruto Sasuke fight.
Yeah, but you knew it was coming, though.
Yeah, but you knew how many chapters they had left. They were just getting the fight started, and you're thinking like, how they've just spent like dozens of chapters on individual fights for the past like past 690 something chapters, and they're gonna wrap up the final fight in just like a few chapters. They're really gonna do that?
Well, that was pretty bad, but I think with this one is kind of worse because of the crap that happened with Ichigo getting his power stolen and stuff. And look, alright, so he got his powers repaired by Tsukushima, and then and then the very next chapter thing gets cracked again.
They better give this series an extension so they can take some time to explain this, or maybe make the last handful of chapters monthly so we can put a lot of detail into it, and it can all be like 50-page chapters.
Yeah, but alright, so kind of going back to what Storyteller Mage was saying, he was talking about how I guess the whole going back from like depression and being overly cocky. But another thing he mentioned that he really didn't like was the fact that Ichigo was brought out of his depression through an outside means and not from himself.
I mean, I don't know the situation in this one.
No, I mean like someone basically fixing the problem for him and not really basically him not really being able to get out of like a depression on his own, like being able to stand on his own 2 feet. That's what I mean.
I guess I'd have to see how it's done to really judge it. I don't mind the character getting a helping hand in the emotional side of the story, because that's kind of how things should be.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean him literally be no, like, I'm not talking about like him people helping him get back up. I mean like him basically being how do I explain this? Um, basically, basically him not really able to overcome his actual depression.
Oh,
He never really overcome it. That's what I mean.
maybe like he's just got eternal depression. I mean,
No,
if that was more of an established thing, like as a character trait, I wouldn't have as much of a problem with it. I can kind of see your issue with that, though.
yeah, but he was talking about how he was really disappointed by that. And mind you, he has been on and off with the series, so he hasn't even seen like. At least I'm gonna assume he hasn't seen like how bad this can get. And he was like, I don't remember Ichigo's character being like this. And when he said that, I really thought about it. I was like, that's when it really hit me that wow, his character has really gone downhill. Like it's gone really bad. And this recent chapter kind of just solidifies that.
Yeah.
Depending on what he does in the next chapter, that's really, if you really think about that, that's actually not that's poor writing if you think about it. At least the way the whole depression thing is being handled. Him going back and forth between that and him never really overcoming that without some like arbitrary means.
Yeah, I mean, in a different type of series, maybe that would be okay. I don't think that works in Bleach, I guess.
I still don't think you understand that.
I think I get what you're saying. I'm just thinking about like depression in itself, and like it's not a thing you just get over so easily like that. And I'm thinking like, okay, maybe like that, maybe going back and forth with it could be okay in some kind of series. It probably just doesn't fit in the context of Bleach.
It's not even just him going back and forth. It's how it's being handled. That's the problem. It's the execution.
I have no idea really, so I can't really say for sure how I feel.
I'll share you guys the video of some. Like what he's basically saying, I actually agree with. I was like, wow.
All right. I've got to bail pretty soon.
Oh, okay.
All right. So.
Yeah, me too. Like later on.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but that's basically what's going on with that. So yeah, the series is supposed to be ending like in a few chapters, like 10 or less chapters or so, and just there's a lot of things that isn't gonna be addressed unless Kubo makes a sequel or like a data book or something. You know, there's still Bankai that haven't been shown yet.
Really?
Yes.
But to be honest, do you really care?
Yeah, I do actually.
Oh my god.
Well, I at least want to see Shinji's Bankai. I know.
Oh, yeah, I do want to see Shinji's Bankai. That sounds interesting.
I'm actually surprised Kubo never showed his Bankai. He had him fight the Miracle, and he never used it. Oh, yeah, that's right, because he got beat immediately. Because he got taken out immediately, and then he never got back up. You know, usual. Because Kubo has something against the Yeah, so Shinji never showed his Bankai. Love hasn't yet to show his Bankai. Ukitake hasn't shown his Bankai. Ishin hasn't shown his Bankai. Well, Ishin hasn't really done anything in this arc, which is weird. Hizaki has a Bankai now, and he hasn't shown it. I don't know why. Kira, there's been speculation that he might have a Bankai, or at least Kupo's hyped up that idea of him having a Bankai. We're never probably going to see that.
I mean,
who cares about
Kubo
Kira?
probably had the intention of showing all these things. He's probably just being rushed to finish up the series at this point.
Well, he's definitely being rushed. No, he's definitely getting rushed.
I don't know how much money is in Bleach these days. Probably an okay amount, but clearly it's not worth as much as it used to be.
Yeah, but still in the top 30 though. So I don't know.
Yeah, but maybe they just don't. They want to start something. They want to start putting something new in its place at this point because it's just if it doesn't have the potential to go up, then there's probably something better to put in its place, and it's not going up.
That is true. But I still want to see. The whole thing is I still want to see at least have like a conclusive. Not it doesn't have to be like an amazing ending. Just conclusive. Like one of my biggest worries is that Bleach is not going to have like a conclusive ending. It's just going to end.
Any idea how old Kubo is? Like, is this the end for him after Bleach?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he still has enough time to make another series if he wants. But I don't know if it's going to be in the magazine though. I don't know because I heard that I don't know. Because I heard that he might like have issues with I guess like Jump Magazine as editors. I don't know because I heard that he might not get along with those guys and that might be playing a part. Gosh, this was supposed to be
probably his editor because editors he'll play a huge factor in manga.
Yeah, this arc was supposed to be the longest arc of Bleach.
Yeah,
how long has it been?
It's not even long. It's not even longer than the Aranka arc, the entire Aranka saga. The Aranka saga lasted between like 245 to 250 chapters. This arc has only just
that is pretty long.
This arc just passed the 200th mark. So it's getting rushed. On top of that, there's still like major plot points just within the context of the arc that still hasn't been addressed. Like the first Quincy War, how Yamamoto defeated Juhabak the first time. A motive of Juhabak's motives of why he's doing what he's doing.
Oh, Kubo is 39. Thank you, Sandra.
Cool, thanks. What else? Oh yeah. Well, apparently Ron Giku's backstory is supposed to play a big part in this arc. That hasn't been addressed. She's actually been barely shown in this arc. She had that. She had that one fight with Toshiro when they fought like Kangdu and Basby, and she hasn't really been shown. Alright, last time we saw she was a zombie and she hasn't been shown since, and that was like 2014. So I don't know what's gonna happen with that. Ryukin, he hasn't done nothing. He hasn't done anything in this arc, except for he gave Uryu this what I like to call a plot device.
Bleach has so many characters to juggle at this point.
Yeah, that's the problem with Bleach. There is too many characters.
I think that becomes a problem once you get into this many 100 chapters. You've introduced so many characters at this point, and like you can't give them all the attention they deserve. Because I think conceptually, most Bleach characters are pretty interesting.
Yeah, they are.
Like just the execution just isn't always good. I think as concepts though, they're all really interesting, except kind of Ichigo. Like, you could even say, as a concept, Ichigo is kind of interesting. Maybe in the beginning. Over time, it kind of gets tiresome.
I say he was good at the beginning. It's just that after the Soul Society arc is where he went downhill.
I think he rose a little too quickly, and it made his character peak a little too fast.
I was watching a video by a YouTuber by the name of Mugiwara Matt B. He recently just put out a video about saying how Bleach it could have. It might be this one episode of Steve Universe. He said it could have been great or could have been greater than what it actually is.
There's actually a video about that. He put it in the chat, like in the Hangout chat, not in the YouTube chat.
Yeah. Yeah, he was saying yeah, I'll put it in the chat. Have you guys heard of Mugiwara Mappy?
No.
Of who?
I haven't heard of many people.
Mugiwara Mappy.
No, never heard of him.
Alright. Never mind. Yeah, so he was talking about basically how he felt the series should win after the Soul Society arc. Because I think everyone's in agreement that everything up until the end of the Soul Society arc was done pretty well.
I suppose.
The only thing I probably would have changed though, in general, and this is what I think might have also played a big part in some of the issues later on, is that I think instead of having Ichigo jump from what you call it, I guess you could say at the bottom of the list, vice captain level at after achieving the Shikai.
I think the Soul Society arc happened a little too soon. Like him going to fight everybody on their turf was a little soon.
Yeah.
I think he should have faced some comparable foes prior to actually going to fight them on their turf. Though it would change the entire structure of the story going into that arc, but it seemed like a lot to take on at once, and his growth was ridiculous. Like over the course of, I don't even know what the time scale was in that, but it clearly wasn't that long. He became 10 times as strong as he did coming in.
Alright, you want to know something?
What?
Soul Society has alright, the Gotei 13, they have 20 officer seats. With captain being the first seat. So what I think should have happened is that Ichigo should have started basically at the bottom, then work his way up through as the series went along. And then maybe reach the level of a captain later on in the series instead of having to be that level in the Soul Society arc.
Yeah.
That's not what caused some problems later on. And I think that's also what caused problems with the whole visor thing. Because I remember Ray, you was complaining about that.
How the visors were built up to be stronger. Stronger than the Gotei 13. But for some reason, during the big Karakura-tan arc, when they come in, they just got bitch slapped and basically being treated like little bitches compared to the Gotei 13.
Yeah, so this is how I would have did the whole ranking / power system. I would have had Ichigo started, at the level of the 20s.
Hold on, I forgot to also address. They also were aware of Aizen's power, and also trained during all that time. But for some reason, they still weren't strong enough to even defeat the Urankars. Are you kidding me? You had all that time to train, yet you still couldn't beat the Urankars.
Except for Hachi.
True.
Which is yeah. But,
Talking about the majority of the other visors, excluding Hihachi.
I think Shinji should have been able to do more, but
And they really dropped the ball with Yami.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, the whole Yami being zero spot thing was just stupid. I don't know what the point of that was.
Yeah, they could have just left that out entirely. It wouldn't have affected anything.
Yeah, that was just dumb. So, no, okay, alright, so this is how I would have done it. Yeah, I would have had Ichigo start at the level of a 20C, then have him reach captain level later on. After reaching captain level, this is how I would have did it. I would have had 2 ranks / levels in between captain and royal guard. That way you could have someone be above captain level but not necessarily on the level of a royal guard. Because I'm not sure if you guys remember, but there's actually 3 things you could get promoted to after you become captain. The head captain, you could get promoted to the Central 46, and then you could get promoted to a Royal Guard. This is how I did it. all right. First, after captain, you have level of a head captain. After that, I would say, I guess the level of a Central 46 judge because there's like 46, and then you have the 40 wise men. And then after that, you have Royal Guard, and then after Royal Guard, you can have like the Soul King / Transcendent level. That would have been better, I think, in terms of like the whole ranking power level thing.
Yeah.
So, so like after you have captain level, you have like four more levels to go, and then you go off, and then the whole transcendent like thing could have been more coherent instead of just like, all right, well, I guess the way it is now. And again, you could have, and then you could also still have characters be above captain level without them having to be necessarily on level of Royal Guard. That way, the visored captains can be stronger than a captain, and you could have and you wouldn't you could say but they wouldn't have to necessarily be on the level of Royal Guard. Just like with the Vasta Lords, like how they were said they were supposed to be like above captain.
Yeah. If I was pacing this whole thing, like the entire thing with Ichigo growing, and facing these people of different levels, I would have stopped it at I would have had Renji be like the final fight of a particular arc. Like that should be a huge step for him. That should be one of those things. That should have been a moment that concluded an arc, and then maybe a couple arcs later, then he faces somebody like Byakuya.
Yeah. Either this is the way I saw it. Either have something like that, or bring the captain characters to a lower level, so they won't. So they wouldn't.
I feel like the captains have already been devalued so much, and I think that's one of the bigger problems. I wouldn't want them to be lowered so much.
No, I mean have them lower. They have them reach. I guess you could say the level they are like now more gradually, because the way things are now, it kind of that's why you have the power level issue. And this is why it's also hard to tell who's like on the level of a captain and who isn't, because you have captains that's way more powerful than a regular captain. That's way.
Yeah.
So you have captains that's actually at the level of Royal Guardsmen at this point, and it's kind of hard to tell. Again, going back to the visors, I think the visors captain should have been, I guess you could say maybe like around like a level of a head captain, and then and then you can have like the visor vice captain at the level of a captain. At least that's how we had it. What else? Oh yeah, another thing too is that I think Bleach needed more story arcs in general.
Yeah, to tell as much of a story as they were doing, yeah.
And not only that, but it needed story arcs in between story arcs. Like there should have been a story arc in between the Soul Society arc and the Aranka arc, as like a transitional arc. Because I always felt the Aranka stuff happened. They jumped into that way too quickly.
Yeah, I think you are right in that regard.
There wasn't much of a transitional period.
I think giving Aizen a little more time to work behind the scenes would also be good and more believable.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's Aizen, and we're supposed to believe he can do anything because he's Aizen and he's awesome and stuff like that. But give him a little bit of time to cook up his plan a little bit more, or like put everything in motion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give them a distraction.
This Mugiwara Matt B mentioned in his video. He said that he believes the Fulbringer arc should have been moved should have been like that in between arc.
I think that would be interesting. I didn't really care that much for the Fullbringer arc in general.
No,
but if you wanted to keep all the concepts about the same, I don't think that's a terrible idea.
No, because he was saying like how actually no, hold on. Let me get the video.
Are you putting it in the chat yet? Hello?
Ignored.
Yeah.
Like a bitch. Or something.
Alright.
You got it.
Wait, you put it in the chat?
Did you put that thing in the chat, man?
Wait just a minute.
Alright, get that out of the way.
What the fuck? Oh, for some reason every time I try to do stuff every time I try to do stuff on here when I'm doing a stream, it gets slowed down.
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
And plus my computer just likes to troll me.
So I should really get going at this point.
Alright, just a minute, let me just sorry, my computer's like
Alright, I'll wait for this thing that you're doing. Whatever this thing is. And
no, it's the link to the video I was talking about.
oh, okay, I'll get that on the way out, I guess. I'll bookmark that.
Woohoo.
Yeah.
Huh?
oh yeah, Brady, you were saying you was watching Steven Universe, right?
Yeah.
I've started DVRing it, and it's a pretty good show.
I still have yet to watch it because I'm busy with Star Wars Rebels at the moment.
Heard that one's really good too.
It's really good.
I stopped watching Steven Universe and just marathoned Rick and Morty and got hooked on that.
I need to watch Rick and Morty. Is it any good?
You have to. It's one of the smartest shows I've watched.
Next to South Park?
It's a very good rival for South Park. It still only has 2 seasons, so it's hard to really compare the two, but what she's asking what I would rate Rick and Morty out of 10. Like easily a 9. Like it's just there are no bad episodes. Everything is really, really smart and
same as for South Park. There's hardly any ever bad episode.
Yeah, but South Park, I think they've had some bad episodes, but like their worst episodes are like,
I would say the earlier seasons.
I think so. Yeah, a lot of people really romanticize the earlier seasons, but I think they found their footing far more later on. I think the current thing that they're doing is really cool. How they have, like in the previous season, they had the episodes flow into each other, and I think it was actually really good. And it was some of the smarter material they've ever made.
I'm loving PC Principal. Oh my goodness, he's one of the funniest characters I've ever seen.
Absolutely. Because I feel like I know PC Principal. I feel like I know somebody who is a PC Principal.
But what's even better is that he's finally going. The PC Principal is finally going to be in a South Park video game.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm waiting on that game. That's gonna be awesome.
I can't believe the kids are just being superheroes because they want to do what Marvel is doing.
Yeah, like that game's gonna be great. Like the previous, did you play Stick of Truth?
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing.
It was.
It was so well done. Yeah. So Rick and Morty. If you're a fan of South Park, I feel like you'd like Rick and Morty. I mean, it's comparing apples to oranges. They're really not the same, but they're both very smart, I'd say. And very crude and really it's like every episode has its own little mind fuck, for lack of a better term. So that's always fun.
Huh. Hey DJ, did you find the video yet?
Yeah, it's in the chat.
Oh, okay. I'll watch it right now.
All right, I just bookmarked that, but I gotta head out. So I'll see you guys around.
Yeah.
Brady, I'll send the video on your Facebook.
Okay.
Oh.
That's easy
Yeah.
enough.
I also have to head out. I gotta sleep early tonight.
Oh yeah, Ray, do you have a Facebook?
Yeah, I'm in the 420K room.
Oh,
I gotta
really?
friend you or something. Like I need to make friends.
I'm not gonna reveal my real name here. No, because that'd be a bad idea.
No. You can leave it in the chat. I'm not out.
I'm not risking it. I'm not saying my true name here.
No,
Okay,
I'm about to
that's
see.
fine.
No, I'm about to no, I'm about to actually end the stream, so you could say it afterwards. All right, so because we're basically done here, right?
Yep.
Hold on, I don't see the link in the chat.
Scroll down.
No, really, I see nothing.
Are you
All right,
sure?
Very sure. See, it's just two. It's just two. It's just two people here. It's just Vince Smoke and me.
no, I meant the
It's in the
I
group
didn't
chat,
mean
not
that.
the
I meant,
YouTube chat.
No, I meant
The
the other
hangout.
chat.
Oh, the Hangout chat.
Yeah.
Huh. Nope. It's not there. Just send it. Just send it in the 420k room.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta head out.
All right.
Good night, guys.
All right. He's out. You there? Are we still live? Here's Anthony. Where are we? What's going on? Am I left alone? Can anybody hear me? Is my internet failing? Oh, okay. Lame. If he drops out, I guess we can just leave and the call will end itself. But yep, he's definitely okay. I'm just gonna hang up now and let the call end itself. I'll hit him up on Facebook. Thank you everybody for watching. We'll see you next time.